Hi, welcome to ESOL Grammar Resources. I'm Chris. Remember to press pause when you need to, and if I'm talking too quickly, you can slow the video down in settings. Let's get started. Today, we'll be talking about superlative adjectives. Superlative adjectives are used to compare three or more people, places, or things. For example, small, smaller, smallest. Smaller is the comparative adjective, smaller than this one. Smallest is the superlative adjective, what we're looking at today, smaller than all of them. Here's the form for superlatives. For one or two syllable adjectives, add the letters E, S, T at the end of the word. Est. For example, small, a one-syllable word, becomes smallest. Smallest. For some words that end in a consonant, add an additional consonant. For example, big becomes biggest with an additional G in the middle. If the word ends in the letter Y, change the Y to an I and add EST. For example, healthy. Change the Y to an I and add est to make healthiest. If the adjective has two or more syllables, add the word most before the adjective. For example, expensive. Expensive. 1, 2, 3 syllables. Expensive becomes most expensive. The is used with superlative adjectives. The smallest, the healthiest, the most expensive. Some adjectives are irregular and have their own forms. Good becomes best. Far becomes furthest. Bad becomes worst. Well becomes best. Little becomes least. Many becomes most. Here they are with their comparative adjectives. Pause here if you want to take notes or a screenshot. Okay, let's change some adjectives to their superlatives. Number 1, happy. The happiest. Remember to remove the Y and change it to an I before adding EST. The happiest. Okay, number 2, musical. The most musical. Remember, two or more syllables, add the most before the word. The most musical. Number 3, bad. Worst. Remember the list of irregular superlatives. Bad becomes worse, the comparative, and the superlative is worst. Number 4, hot. Hottest. Remember to add the extra consonant on some of the superlatives. Hottest. How did you do? Did you get them all? Okay, let's recap. Today we learnt about superlatives. Superlatives are used to compare 3 or more people, places, or things. There are various grammar and spelling rules to form a superlative. Here they are. For one-syllable adjectives, add est. For example, the smallest. If the adjective ends with a vowel followed by a consonant, we double the consonant. For example, big becomes the biggest. If the word ends in y, remove the y and replace it with an I and add est. For example, healthy becomes the healthiest. If the adjective has 2 or more syllables, we add most before the word. For example, the most expensive. Some superlatives are irregular and have their own form. For example, bad becomes worst. Remember, we never use the most at the same time as est. It's never the most bravest, just the bravest. And never the most expensivest, it's just the most expensive. Okay, that's it for today. Well done, everyone. See you next time.